Hey everyone, it's Theresa V, and this is the place to be if you're a sensitive who wants to create a life in a world that you love. Today we're going to be talking about creating vibrant health starting right now. It's so important for each and every one of us to strive to be as healthy in our bodies as possible for so many reasons, especially right now. We need you strong and we need you resilient in these moments of great change. And the one thing that spiritual people do more than anything else is neglect the physical body. We spend so much time working on spirituality, and very often that involves us sitting still for long periods of time, and we forget about the physical body. But this is our vessel to get us through this life, and we really need to take as good care of it as we can to keep it healthy and strong so that we can show up and do all that we are required to do, all that we want to do, with ease and grace and as much energy as possible. Anyone who's ever experienced a crisis realizes that it's not so much what you do in the time of crisis as it is all the prep work that you did beforehand that really gets you through. And this is why it's perhaps more important now than ever before for us to pay special attention to our health, our vibrancy, and our immune systems in particular. This is an obvious fact, and it would probably do more for our population than anything else. So I'm passing this information to you to pass on freely to anyone and everyone who you think could be helped by it. When we work intensely with our immune systems and our health, results can take time. And understanding this is really half of what you need to make the changes that you seek. There will absolutely be things that you can see right away. Most notably, changes in energy level, you'll see changes in your skin, and probably many other things. But to have lasting results, we need to really stay the course over time. So today I'm going to speak with you about 5 really simple ways that you can begin changing your health right now. Number 1, move your body daily. And I say movement specifically because the word exercise has so many connotations for so many people. When we say exercise, it brings a lot of confusion, a lot of conflicting information, and it seems like it's a block of time that needs to be set aside for yet another thing on the to-do list. One of the things that I've seen work really well with my clients is to remove the word exercise from your vocabulary and add in movement. And each day, ask your body what he, she, or they want in terms of moving, letting energy flow through, because that's exactly what movement does, is it allows energy to flow through. Energy of all kinds, mental, physical, as well as emotional. Moving your body can help change your thoughts, can help pull you out of that rut. Like they say, to change a thought, just move a muscle. It's important for us to understand, too, that moving our bodies moves the lymphatic system. And the lymphatic system acts as the garbage dump of our body, which means that all of the toxins are being pulled and moved by the lymph. So what we want to do is continually have that system flowing freely. And when our bodies become stagnant, the lymph becomes stagnant. The lymphatic system does not have its own pump, so it relies on the heart to pump and move it through the body. This pushes the toxins through the system and eventually out of the system through all of the waste that can then freely move out of the body. Number 2 is to get good quality sleep. It's really important for us to listen to our bodies all the time, and especially with sleep. If you're tired, go to sleep, regardless of what time it is. And if you wake up and you feel like you're done sleeping, you're ready, you're pumped for the day, then get up and begin your day. Don't wait for your alarm to go off. It's when we start to function from the mental space around what our body is naturally asking for that our health starts to suffer. Set up a space to sleep in that is conducive to peace and quiet. Also, it's important to notice any changes in your sleep patterns and then bring those to your health team and discuss them, because this can show you very quickly where there might be imbalance in your system. And when we catch it at the earliest stages, imbalance is easy to address. Number 3, and I think this is obvious to any sensitive, is to get outside. Get into nature. There are 2 major reasons for this. The first is simply that nature and being in nature helps us to get back into our natural selves. It helps our rhythms to synchronize with the rhythms of the earth. It resets our nervous system. It helps us to start breathing properly again. It grounds us and so much more. Being connected with ourselves in this way helps us then to feel more connected with our entire system, to create space where there might have been mental clutter or incessant thoughts. And then we can more clearly hear our inner guidance or the guidance coming from our divine team. And we will know exactly what to do next. The second reason is that the sun provides vitamin D. And there are so many vitamins and minerals that we think of when we think of our immune systems. And vitamin D is very often the unsung hero. The sun provides vitamin D that our body is immediately able to assimilate. Most of us probably live in an area where it's not sunny all year long, where there are times during the year where the sun is weaker. And if you do live in those areas, most notably with the cooler fall and winter, then your vitamin D levels are probably on the lower side. If you're interested in finding out what your vitamin D level is, a simple blood test can give you those results. One of the best and easiest ways to get your daily dose of vitamin D is just to go outside very early in the morning when the sun is not very strong, and or later in the evening when the sun is also not as strong, and just let the sun hit your skin for 15 minutes. This can be 15 minutes in the morning and 15 in the evening, whatever feels right to you. However, it's important to realize that any lotion or any product that we apply to our skin, including makeup, most likely has sunscreen in it. So if anything is on our skin, our body is blocked from bringing in that vitamin D. So when you are doing your practice where you're going outside specifically to get vitamin D, make sure that you're freshly showered and nothing has been applied to your skin. If there is any reason why this might be contraindicated for you, please listen to your body and listen to your health team before deciding to begin a supplement regimen or deciding to begin a regimen of going out into the sun to assimilate your own vitamin D. Number 4 is to be emotionally available for yourself the same way you are emotionally available for other people. And this is really important, especially right now, because there are so many conflicting emotions. There are so many things that we're being called to look at within ourselves and also within the world that it can be overwhelming. So this actually will bring you back into your own power in spite of this overwhelm. Emotions that are unexpressed become held by our cells. Our cells love us so much, especially our fat cells, that they hang on to any toxins that our body can't process. This includes pesticides and chemicals, but it also includes the emotional toxins that we can't work through. Our cells just suck them up and hold them like closets where we push all of our junk. So these emotions, if not worked through and expressed when they are in the emotional body or when they are in the mental body, and they're asking us to look at and to work with them, our cells start to hang on to them. And over the course of time, this begins to create dis-ease in the body. And this can take many different forms, but almost every physical situation in the body also has an emotional root. Taking the time to feel your feelings and to work through them when they're present for you can do so many things. It can keep you healthier in the long run, as well as show you more of what you are actually here to address and to fix in this lifetime. And spiritual people as a whole tend to shut themselves off from feelings that we deem as negative or as low vibe, and we refuse to go through them, which in turn just stuffs them down into our bodies, and they kind of just get stuck. And so as we refuse to look at these things and we shove them down into our bodies, we're dulling ourselves from going to those what we view as emotional lows. And as we block ourselves from going there, we also then block ourselves from going to our emotional highs, so we can't get to the height of joy that we might want to get to or that we aspire to, because we haven't looked through and worked through our feelings of anger and our feelings of hurt and our feelings of sadness. They're all just kind of stuffed into our body. We all tend to make a lot of excuses and reason and rationalize our way out of actually feeling these emotions. So it's time for us right now, the way the world is in this exact moment, to fearlessly look at our own feelings, to feel them, to move through them, because moving through those feelings will point us exactly to the solutions that are waiting within our systems, the solutions that are waiting in our higher self, the solutions that are waiting to come through from our divine team. They will point us right to those things. If for whatever reason you're having difficulty moving through your emotions of anger or sadness or depression, please tell somebody that you trust, or tell a professional. As humans, sharing the load, sharing our emotional burdens with another person helps them to ease up. Feeling heard very often is the first step to intense healing. And number 5 is perhaps the simplest and most important of all, and it's absolutely my favorite, and I can talk about this topic for years on end. It's eat seasonally. Know what's growing in your area in any given season and eat more of those things. Choose the most locally sourced and organic foods that you can. This is perhaps the simplest way to start making huge changes in your health at this very moment. If there is anything that recent events have taught us, it's that we are not at all separate from nature. Our internal and external environments are constantly mirroring each other. So if it's hot in the world outside of us, our internal environment is heating up. And nature always provides exactly what our bodies need to stay well balanced in the energy of whatever is happening outside of us. Nature also miraculously will provide, in the form of herbs and plants, the exact thing that is needed to help heal a disease or a situation that is prevalent in any particular area. Just to give you an example of what I mean, in the spring, you'll find fresh berries in abundance. You'll find dandelion root in abundance. And these are things that are very detoxifying to your system. And spring is a time when we naturally detoxify our bodies and we just release all of the mucus from winter. We release all of the excess weight that we might have accumulated over the winter months. And nature supports that wholeheartedly. Then if we're looking at summer, cucumbers and watermelon, those kinds of foods are very hydrating and very cooling in our systems. This is what nature is providing for us to counteract the heat of summer outside of us so that we can cool off our internal environment and not overheat and not become dehydrated. And then in the winter months and in the fall months, there's things like potatoes and other root vegetables that are very grounding and they're very weighty and they bring us right into our body. They ground us. They provide a strong, stable base for us to fortify ourselves for the cold winter months. Remember to eat plates full of varied colors. The more colorful your plate is, the more likely you'll be getting an array of vitamins and minerals in order to keep yourself as healthy as possible and to keep your system as well balanced as possible. These are 5 ways that you can start having a positive impact on your health and wellness immediately. There's no too early or too late, and you don't have to do all of these things at once. Choose the one that stands out the most to you and start with that one. Your body will tell you where you need to go from there and what you need to do next. We need you. We need you right now. We need your voice. We need your strength. We need your vision. We need your exact frequency in the world at this very moment in time. That's why you've chosen to be here. We need you as strong, healthy, vibrant, and resilient as possible. Let's begin here together. So just as a reminder, the 5 things we discussed today are to move your body daily, to get good quality sleep, to get outside and to be in nature, to be emotionally available for yourself the same way you would be for anyone else. And finally, to eat seasonally. If you would like to explore any of these topics on a deeper level, please feel free to leave a comment and let me know. I'm always happy to create exactly what it is that you need in order to feel supported and guided on your own journey. And if you're interested in taking a deep dive into your own health and wellness this fall in a group cleanse and detox experience with me, let us know by tapping the link either in the description of this video or in the comments below. This 2-week journey will reset every system in your body and completely stoke your immune system so that you can be as strong and resilient as possible for the season ahead. I look so forward to connecting with you soon. Please share this video freely with anyone and everyone who you think could use this information to make themselves healthier, to help their families be healthier, and to stay stronger and more resilient in the weeks, months, and years to come. Thank you for being here. We'll talk soon. Bye, everybody.